Hello everyone, my name is Sylvester Wright, aka Written Prose. I am a musician, producer, singer, songwriter, rapper, lyricist, poet, and I'm welcoming you to Up From Deprivation. So we're talking about the power of music. The ability of music to motivate, to actually change a person's emotional state, make them angry, sad, just move them all around the place emotionally. Now, in the civil rights struggle, for example, in 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King did what was called the Walk on Washington. Now, you'd be amazed, and not really amazed, but it goes to show the great divide between the vast majority of people and those who are fighting for their freedom. The number one songs during 1963, when the Walk on Washington took place, was Sugar Shack by Jimmy Gilmer and the Fireballs, Surfin in the U.S.A., of course, by the Beach Boys, and I'm quite sure they may have stole the music from Chuck Berry for that song. Just a little bit of information. The End of the World by Skeeter Davis, and Rhythm of the Rain by the Cascades. To my knowledge, none of those songs have anything to do with the civil rights movement. And the vast majority of people, and maybe even black people, aren't buying that type of music even while it's going on. It's not supporting that type of music. If we bring that forth today and what we're talking about first we're using the African proverb, if there is no enemy within, the enemy without can do you no harm, to understand our place in the world as far as arts. So if you have a few musicians talking about what's going on in the world, trying to use their influence to make a change, but you have a vast majority of musicians who are using their art to continue to further a voice that is actually misogynistic, violent, over-sexualized, degrading to not only themselves but especially women, then you have this great divide where you have a minority fighting for something, using their skills and what they know to fight for change, and a vast majority who don't care, who don't believe that they can be successful by promoting the cause of civil rights. So how many of the highest paid artists in whatever genre, country, rap, R&B, soul, neo, are making music that is predominantly focused on the upliftment of people who have been downtrodden? Not much. And if you look into album sales, and I want you to think about this, and I would love to look at the statistics on how much music that is popular that has a negative influence in the black community. I'm going to talk about the black community. And music that it has a positive influence and a positive message for the civil rights movement. Which one of those is selling the most? Now, for one thing, we can blame and put blame, and rightfully so, in the hands of people who are powerful, who aren't, in the majority of the cases, black people who have power in the music industry. And so they are promoting music. But who's buying that music? The vast majority of people would have to be buying that music in order for that music to be popular. So I want you to think about that. During a time where we have mass shootings in schools, where we have just violence. I'm not going to say black on black. I'm going to say human on human violence is high. Misogyny, things like the promotion of prostitution. The majority of the music that is sold more than likely caters to that idea, the negative idea, as opposed to the positive idea. I mean, nobody's really walking around singing songs that are designed to uplift people. So why is that? A part of it is programming. A part of it is a certain type of idea has been put forth by people who want to make a buck, and who want to, I believe, who want to continue to oppress urban areas. But part of it is that the people who are being oppressed have become used to and find more comfort in a song that downgrades women and black men than they do in a song that uplifts black women and black men. And it's sad, because what's happening is there's already this voice that is not a black voice out there that's controlling the black voice that's out there. And then the black people, we buy into it. We buy that. We buy those albums from not just hip hop artists, R&B artists, country artists. We buy albums that are based on drug usage and over sexualization of women and violence. And it's not just in hip hop, it's not just in R&B. It's across the board. We buy those. Those are the things that we promote. Look, the truth of the matter is, I can make a video of violence go viral quicker than I can make a video of someone trying to promote peace and someone trying to promote education or giving me some information that's gonna better uplift me. I can promote and have a video of a little kid or an adult woman dropping it like it's hot and twerking quicker than I can a video that's talking about not sexualizing, or should I say over sexualizing women. So how do we fix the Great Divide? When the people who are oppressed, downtrodden, misused, just spoken badly about, stereotyped, when though that group of people do not support art and music that promotes the opposite of the negative voice that has been placed on black people, how do we fix this? How do we change this so that at least it becomes a situation where it's equal? when it should be a situation where people are grabbing songs and music that's positive and uplifting and strengthening to both men and women. But that's not the case. Now, I'm not saying that all the music out there is negative. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the most popular music and the most popular artists, in most cases, promote negative music, over sexualization and violence. The most popular of them. And that's not to say that there haven't been some artists who've come out who've been prolific and have been on the top of the charts and have been talking about the things that go on across the community. But think about this. Why isn't that the norm? Why isn't it the norm? Because the black community puts its money into these artists. Why isn't that the norm? What is it that stops the black community from completely, by majority, switching over to predominantly positive music? The psychological effects of music on the emotion and your way of life is just amazing. It can change the way you feel. It can make you angry. It could make you happy. That is the power of music. Why is the most popular use of that music negative? And I just want you to really think about that and ask yourself, why is it that the most popular music has the most negative images? So if you like this topic, well, before I even get there, what's your favorite song? What is your favorite civil rights song or Black history song? And why? If you like this topic, join into the discussion, like, subscribe, and let everybody know. Let's build this channel up. Let's build up something positive. Let's build up something positive. And let's change this world, or our little section of it, to what we want it to be. So this is Sylvester Wright, aka Written Prose, signing off. On the next show, I guess I'm not signing off. On the next show, we'll have the Entrepreneur's Corner, where we'll talk to a minority entrepreneur, and by minority I mean a black woman minority, and we'll talk about their business and their struggle being a woman of color or a man of color, a person of color, an entrepreneur, what they're struggling with and how they're dealing with that struggle and what they think the community needs to do. Because there are a lot of people out now who are talking about promoting their own businesses and promoting black businesses, but there are a lot of black businesses that aren't being promoted. There are also a lot of businesses that are pretending to be black businesses to get the black dollar. So we got a long struggle ahead of us, and it's okay. We used to the struggle, but we're gonna bring this shit to an end. So once again, I want to thank you. If you like the video, hit like and subscribe, as well as let your family and friends know about the video. This series, this show is called Up from Deprivation. This episode is part 1 of The Power of Music, and I will see you next Monday with part 2. Until then, keep singing, be happy, and be healthy.